Manchester United 5, Lyon 4. Manchester United 7-6 on aggregate. I cannot believe what I have just seen. What an absolutely insane game. And I'm lost for words. I'm speechless. I can't believe what I've just seen. But we're going to get into it. We're going to get into what we usually do. We're going to talk about the lineup and the whole game. So the lineup, Ruben Amorim, he basically fielded the same team that I did in my preview, so no changes from the lineup there. Onana and Net did make a return. Euro, Maguire, Mazraoui making up the back three. Dalot, Casemiro, Ugarte, Dogu making up the four in midfield. Garnacho, Bruno in the inside 10 positions, then Højlund up front. And Manchester United, we started really, really well. You know, we got a goal 10 minutes into the game. Mazraoui's forward ball opens up space for Fernandes to find Garnacho in the box, and his cutback is met by an unmarked Ugarte to fire us in front 1-0 inside 10 minutes to take a 3-2 lead on aggregate. And that's just the start that we wanted. You know, we got off to a really good start, and both Garnacho and Ugarte found space in the box far too easily, but you know, we won't care as long as we're in front, of course. And, you know, it was a really good start by us. We had a really good first half. Casemiro has a shot in the 16th minute that is saved. A loose touch from Tolisso on the edge of his own box allows Casemiro to seize the ball and burst into the area before shooting. But Perry comes to Lyon's rescue by tipping his compatriot's left-footed strike around the far post. So Maguire then has to make a good block from Cherki, who was really dangerous as well. Tolisso's corner is swung in the 22nd minute for Lyon and lands on the forehead on Akanoku, but the Ivorian's effort is tipped over the bar by Onana. Garnacho then goes on a nice run, but his shot is also blocked, and then Cherki goes on a really, really nice run again in the 31st minute. Onana prevents a glorious opportunity for them to equalise. Cherki runs away from Dalot and dances his way past several United defenders before firing low towards the bottom corner, but the goalkeeper gets down to parry, and Lyon can't make anything off the follow-up chance. And then in the 35th minute of the first half, Bruno actually hits the bar. Dalot picks out Fernandes on the fly with a floated ball forward into the area, and the United captain meets it with an over-the-shoulder off-balance volley, which he slams beyond Perry but onto the crossbar and over. And then Bruno has another shot in the 39th minute. Bruno was all over the place today. He played such a good game. Garnacho's cut back into the area for Højlund, sees the Dane take the ball on the turn before teeing up Fernandes, who lashes a first-time shot towards goal, which arrows just wide of the far post from 25 yards. Dogu then has a really good cross in the 40th minute. He drills a cross right across from the byline, puts the ball right across the face of goal, and it's just beyond a sliding Højlund, and Lyon clear their lines. But Man United do make it 2-0 at the end of the first half. We double our lead right before half-time. Another long ball, this time by Maguire, finds Dalot racing into the box, and he shrugs off Tagliafico's challenge and drills a low strike across the face of goal to find the far corner. And in terms of half-time, look, we thoroughly deserve the lead. There's no two ways about it. At half-time, I fully thought the game was done. You know, we flew out the blocks and produced a XG of 0.95 and opened the scoring after just 10 minutes. And, you know, further chances followed for Casemiro, Garnacho and Fernandes, who struck the bar as well with a sensational volley. And then Dalot actually gets on the score sheet at the end of the first half to make it 2-0. You know, and it was all good from that point. You know, Lyon did have a couple of chances of their own. They produced a 0.56 XG of their own in the first half, but that was about it. Onana making saves from Akanoku and Maitland-Niles and Cherki, but that was about it really. You know, fairly quiet. Onana making some decent saves, but we thoroughly deserved the lead at half-time. Unfortunately, though, in the second half, things got a little bit out of hand. You know, Mazraoui had to go off for sure, so we made a substitution right at the start of half time, and we do get a chance in the 50th minute. This is Garnacho and Højlund. They play a 1-2 on the break for United as the winger bursts clear of the chasing Lyon defence, cutting inside. Mattes sliding challenge before seeing a side-footed shot saved by Perry from right in front. Onana then has to make a save from Tolisso. Mattes' cross from the right is nodded down by Tagliafico in the box and taken on the turn by Tolisso, who fires a snapshot towards goal and sees his effort clawed off the line by Onana. Unfortunately for United, Tolisso makes it 2-1 on the night. The visitors win a free kick on the right, which Almada swings into the middle, and after Casemiro's initial header is cleared, it's nodded back in by Nicate and Lacazette, and Tolisso pounces to head home from close range to make it 2-1, and then unfortunately Tagliafico makes it 2-2 in the 78th minute for Fofana, after obviously Tolisso makes it 2-1 in the 71st minute. In the 78th minute, Tagliafico makes it 2-2. Fofana stands up a delivery from the left, which is volleyed back across the face of goal by Maitland-Niles. Tagliafico is there to meet it and clumsily fires a first-time effort on target, which is clawed out of the goal mouth by Onana and put in by the follow-up by Lacazette. But it's Tagliafico's goal though. But in terms of the second half, we weren't good, so obviously before Mazraoui went off for sure, but in terms of the shape it was basically the same, and the same that you can see on the screen here. That's the formation that we played, that's the 11 that we went out with. But in terms of the second half, we really weren't up to it. We were poor defensively in the second half, and obviously the only change that we made was Mazraoui going off for sure. I think Mazraoui might have picked up a knock, I'm not too sure, but Man United do make some substitutions of their own in the 85th minute to try claw back the tie. Ugarte and Højlund do go off for Mount and Mainoo, and then in the 89th minute, thankfully for Manchester United, Lyon go down to 10 men to help us out. Tolisso gets sent off. Euro drives forward after turning possession over, but is clipped off the ball by Tolisso before Mount can return it to him. It's the lightest of touches, but enough for the referee to show the Lyon captain a second yellow card, and Tolisso is sent off. Unfortunately, we can't make anything of it in normal time, and the game does go to extra time. In extra time, in the 100th minute, Man United makes some a couple more substitutions. Garnacho and Dogu go off for Amas and Eriksson, but unfortunately, in the 105th minute, Cherki makes it 3-2. Fofana bursts clear of two Man United players following a first-time flick and finds himself on the edge of the box. He's fouled, but advantage is played, and Cherki picks it up to fire a low finish into the bottom corner, and Onana is left rooted. And at this point, I'm really annoyed, of course, because I'm thinking, look, we're in extra time now, we're at home, Lyon are down to 10 men, and we can't capitalise on it, and it's really poor defending by United. I think it's Euro who actually tries to step out to actually prevent this third goal from going in for Lyon. But unfortunately, he doesn't make any contact with the ball, and the ball just gets played past him. And, really poor defending. And then, in the 109th minute, this is when I thought it was all over, basically. Penalty goes to Lyon. Penalty for Lyon. Shaw fouls Fofana in the box, and Lyon get a penalty. Lacazette steps up and puts it away. And at this point, I thought Lyon were through. Honestly, when Lyon went 4-2 up, people exited Old Trafford and thought the tie was completely done. And same with me, I'm sat at home watching the tie, and I'm just thinking, you know what? This game is practically over now. We're not going to get back into this game, but fortunately we do. But before that, Lacazette steps up and puts it away. And at this point, like I said, I thought Lyon were through. Lacazette steps up and he puts Lyon 4-2 up on the night and ahead 6-4 on aggregate. And the game was basically theirs to lose from here on in. Even though they're down to 10 men, they are up 4-2 on the night. And to be honest, it was poor in-game management by Manchester United by letting a 2-goal lead slip. But the same happened to Lyon as well. Lyon 4-2 up, they let a 2-goal lead slip, and Bruno makes it 4-3. This time it's Casemiro goes down in the box in the area after a drag back from Tagliafico and potentially a high boot from Almada. Bruno steps up and he puts the penalty away to make it 4-3. This is in the 114th minute of extra time, and then 6 minutes later, absolute madness. I can't believe what I was watching. Mainoo makes it 4-4. This time it's Casemiro again with the assist. Obviously, Casemiro wins the penalty. He gets the assist for Mainoo's goal as well. Fernandes and Casemiro combine to tee up Mainoo in the box, and the substitute takes a touch to set himself before picking out the far corner to make it 4-4 at Old Trafford. It's a sensational touch by Casemiro. Really good assist, and Mainoo comes up trumps just when Manchester United needed him. And then finally, in the 120th minute +1 in the I can't even speak because I'm so I don't even know what I'm saying. in the first minute of injury time, at the end of extra time, at the end of the second half of extra time, 120th minute +1, Manchester United make it 5-4. Maguire with the goal, Casemiro with the assist. Casemiro floats a last-ditch cross towards the far post, with the hosts absolutely desperate, and it's Maguire who peels off his man to send a bullet header beyond Perry into the far corner and send the Red Devils into the Europa League semi-finals. And, you know, we lead Lyon 5-4 on the night, 7-6 on aggregate, and Old Trafford absolutely explodes into absolute delirium. And I can't believe what I've just witnessed. September 1976 was the last time Manchester United went 2-0 up and lost 3-2. Thankfully, we didn't lose. Thankfully, we are through to the semi-finals of the UEFA Europa League this season, and I'm absolutely lost for words. Literally, I can't believe what I've just seen. I'm absolutely lost for words. Like, I was absolutely screaming watching the game and speechless. I'm still speechless right now. I don't know what to say. Man of the match, I think, is going to be Casemiro. He was involved in all 3 goals in extra time. He won the penalty that Bruno put away. He got the assist for Mainoo, and he floated in a beautiful ball into the back post for Maguire to head away to make it 5-4 to Manchester United on the night, and then 7-6 on aggregate. Absolutely unbelievable game of football. And you know what? I'm kind of sad that I wasn't there, but it is what it is. You just gotta move. You just gotta move on. I'm happy that I actually saw it live anyway. But Højlund, I think, gets an honourable mention. He played a really unselfish game. His movement and hold-up play was really good. It allowed others to thrive, especially in the first half. He made space for Ugarte's opener, when he dragged one of the centre-backs with him. A really unselfish performance. But for Lyon, I think Malik Fofana and Rayan Cherki looked really good, and I think we should be in for one of them. Maybe Cherki. He looks really decent. But yeah, let's get into some player ratings, and then, you know, I'll have a little bit more to talk about, because I can't really analyze the game properly, because there was so much going on, so many goals. But thankfully, we are through into the knockout, into the semi-finals of the Europa League. Let's start with Onana. Let's put the player ratings up right now. So Onana, he's got a 6.2 here. He conceded 4 goals, but I'll be honest, all of the goals he conceded, he couldn't really do anything about. He made a couple saves in the first half. He made 5 saves in total, so he had an okay performance. He couldn't really do anything about the goals. In terms of Mazraoui, he only lasted 45 minutes. I think he was bought off because of an injury. I'm not sure, but obviously came on for sure, no pun intended. But in duels, he's won 2 out of 3, which is decent. Maguire, he got the winning goal. He won 4 out of 6 of his duels, and he looked really good when he went up front. You know, we're lacking a striker to come off the bench, and when Maguire came on, he looked really decent when he playing up front, and, you know, he got the winning goal. So yeah, he's got 8.2 here. Lenny Yoro, he's got 96% pass accuracy. He had a decent game as well. 6 out of 11 duels. 6 out of 11 duels won, which is all right. Diego Dallo, I thought he was okay as well. He did get the goal to make us 2-0 up, but I thought he was at fault for the Cherki goal. I think him and Euro, in my opinion, were skinned far too easily to let Fofana, I think, is run through. He needs to be doing better with that. You know, defensively he wasn't great for that goal, but accurate passes 39 out of 49, 80%, and then Jules, he's won 5 out of 10, which is all right. And then Casemiro was probably man of the match, because he got 2 assists and he won the penalty as well. So he had a decent performance. 87% pass accuracy, penalties won 1, chances created 4 as well, and he's got the 2 assists, like I said before. And duels, he's won the majority of his duels as well. 9 out of 14 duels won. And then Ugarte, he gets the opening goal, and he had a decent performance as well. 96% pass accuracy, duels, he's won 4 out of 9, which he needs to be doing better, in my opinion. And then Patrick Dogu, I thought he was okay as well. He lasted 100 minutes, and he was substituted off for Harry Amas. And then in terms of his accurate passes, 88%. Jules, he's won 6 out of 10, which is all right. And then Bruno Fernandes, he had a good game as well. So he was the most fouled player of the match. He hit the woodwork once as well. Very unlucky not to be scoring. I think this shot here in the 36th minute, he hit the post, which was unlucky for him. But captain's performance, he was all over the pitch again. 8.8 on FootMob here. He's got 81% pass accuracy, and then he's got duels. He's won 7 out of 15. He needs to be doing better with his duels, and he did obviously drop back into the double pivot as well. And Alexandro Garnacho, I thought he was okay. He could have done a little bit more as well. He does come away with 1 assist. He did have 5 shots. Most of them were blocked, unfortunately for him. 81% pass accuracy. And then Jules, he'd won 7 out of 15. 7 out of 17, sorry. So he needs to be doing a little bit better with his Jules. Højlund, I thought he was a little bit poor, to be honest with you. Sometimes it was like as if some of his play was good. He wasn't really in the game too much in terms of the box play. He's only got 3 touches in the opposition box, but he was making very unselfish runs and creating space for others and linking play really well. So I think a 6.5 is a little bit harsh for him, but he's only won 2 out of 13 duels. I think he needs to be doing a little bit better with his duels. So yeah, in terms of the substitutes, sure, he's got a 6.0. So he did give away the penalty, unfortunately. He conceded that one penalty that Lacazette put away when I thought it was all over at that point. And then he's won 1 out of 4, which he needs to be doing a little bit better. And then Mainoo, of course, he comes away with the goal to make it 4-4 in the 120th minute. And then accurate passes 6 out of 8 as well. And then Jules, he's won 2 out of 2. He's won all of his duels. Mason Mount was a little bit quiet when he came on, lasted 33 minutes. We didn't really play too much of an impact in terms of the goals that we scored. 4 out of 5, Jules 1 as well. And then Harry Amas, he was quiet as well when he came on. Only 9 out of 11. Accurate passes 82% there. But Jules, he wasn't involved in any. And Christian Eriksen finally, he's 14 out of 16, 88% accurate passes. So in terms of how we finished the game, I'll be honest with you, I don't know what formation we were playing when we finished the game. It was all guns blazing basically because, have a look at the score here. Lyon are up 4-2 in the 114th minute when Bruno Fernandes wins the penalty. And then we score 3 goals in 7 minutes for us to go through. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I'm lost for words. But in terms of Lyon, the manager made 2 substitutions in the 55th minute, which did change the game. Tesman and Lacazette, he brought them on. And then obviously Malik Fofana as well, who all changed the game for Lyon. And that did swing the tie in Lyon's favour as well. But, I think the sending off actually was detrimental to Manchester United. Tolisso gets sent off in the 89th minute for a foul on Lenny Yoro. But I think that was detrimental because, it allowed Lyon to come into the game a little bit more, and it allowed Lyon to play on the break. They gave Manchester United the ball, and they were like, you know what, you try break us down. We're going to play on the counter-attack. And you know what? They scored 2 penalties after Tolisso got sent off. They scored a quick, fast break through Cherki in the 105th minute. Then, of course, Luke Shaw gives away the penalty in the 110th minute. And Lacazette steps up and puts that penalty away to make it 4-2 to Lyon on the night. And obviously, at that point, fans are exiting Old Trafford. I'm thinking it's all over. And then Fernandes, Mainoo and Maguire step up, score 3 goals in 7 minutes to give Manchester United a 5-4 win on the night, 7-6 on aggregate. And it's absolutely insane. I can't believe what I've just witnessed. I'm lost for words. I was absolutely screaming off my nut. Maybe I should be doing live streams as well so you can actually see my reaction or whatever. But yeah, absolutely insane game. You can have a look at the first time stats here. We have got more expected goals. We've got more shots. Same shots on target, but more big chances created. 1 big chance missed as well. Lyon, 2 big chances missed as well. But Lyon, you can see they're dominating possession here in the first half. Then in the second half, they also dominated possession as well, 72%. Really, we had a very, very, very poor second half. And it was such a poor second half that I thought that we deserved to go out. Honestly, I don't think we deserved to go through in this game. Simply because, 1, we gave up a 2-goal lead. And then we had a very poor second half that Ruben Amorim didn't quite react to, in my opinion. You can see second half stats here: 72% for Lyon in possession, 28% compared with United. And then that was, Tolisso gets sent off in the 89th minute, but it kind of freed up Lyon in the second half, in the extra time, when it went to extra time. Lyon were able to play on the break a little bit more and be a little bit more relaxed. So absolutely insane game in terms of the duels. Second half, pretty even there. Lyon are winning the most aerial duels, though. United coming on top with the ground duels, though. Look, quite even in terms of the duels there. But in terms of the first half extra time, you can see how the possession has gone towards Manchester United, but the expected goals has gone towards Lyon. First half of extra time, zero shots on target, zero big chances missed. So we created nothing in the first half of extra time. But then you have a look when Harry Maguire goes up front. He causes havoc in the box, and Mainoo comes on. Mainoo gets a goal. So Mainoo gets a goal. Fernandes scores the penalty, and then Maguire puts away the winning goal to make it 5-4. And you can see the drastic difference in the first half of extra time. This is when Lyon are playing with 10 men, of course, compared to the second half of extra time. We obviously on the night we probably do deserve to go through just about, but I'll be honest, when Lyon did go, we probably don't deserve to go through. I think we're very, very, very fortunate to be going through. Lyon were up 4-2 with 10 men. We made hard work of playing against Lyon with 10 men. Lyon 4-2 up in the 110th minute. All they had to do was see the game out. But I think the tactical switch that Ruben Amorim made by putting Harry Maguire up front, it caused a lot of havoc in the Lyon defence. And I think we were playing with Dalot, Yoro and Shaw as a back three. I think that's how we finished the game, with Dalot, Yoro and Shaw as a back three. There's three centre backs there, and then Maguire up front. And it was a little bit all over the place, in my opinion, the way the game finished. But what can be said, an absolutely insane night at Old Trafford. I can't believe what I've just witnessed. I'm absolutely lost for words still. We probably don't deserve to go through. We are through to the skin of our teeth. And now next up, we do have Athletic Club, who did beat Rangers at home. I think that's going to be another tough game. Hopefully we don't make a meal of it like we did against Lyon. And then on the other side, Bodo Glimt actually go through against Lazio. Lazio win 3-1 on the night, but I think on penalties, they must have beaten Bodo Glimt must have beaten Lazio on penalties. We have beaten Bodo Glimt this season in the Europa League, and we've beaten Rangers as well, but Rangers are out. So next up in the Europa League, we do have Athletic Club, and Tottenham are on the other side up against Bodo Glimt. So yeah, that's it from me. I'm absolutely shocked that we've lost for words. I can't believe what I've just witnessed, like I keep saying. Yeah, that's it from me. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on the game down below. And hopefully we don't make a meal out of it like we did against Athletic Club, and hopefully it's an easy hopefully we do go through easily against Athletic Club, and we don't make a meal out of this game like we have done against Lyon. Football, man, what a game. Absolutely insane. Anyway, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.